Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now May 29th of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm, and exactly how both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are really going to propel fans into a brand new mythology in general. This is Mike Zeroh. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, the thing about Disney Star Wars is that we do know that they are now in a phase of desperation and damage control. There's no doubt about that. Of course, we can see this massive shift within the actual Disney Star Wars era. We see a lot of changes being made to the live-action TV series coming to Disney+. In fact, it's one of the main reasons as to why there's a lot of rewrites happening for the Kenobi TV series, because they're really getting rid of a lot of Kathleen Kennedy's inputs into the actual TV show starring Ewan McGregor. Now, of course, The Rise of Skywalker, when we examine this movie in particular, right, the very end of the Skywalker saga, that was a very shaky production. It had a very troubling production because of what Kathleen Kennedy was doing. She was essentially initiating reshoots and rewrites in two different phases, one in late 2018 and another in mid-2019. Which really caused, quite a problem. Even the editor, Mary Ann Brandon, talked about this, that, a lot of the trouble production had to do with the rushed schedule that they had, the reshoots by Kathleen Kennedy that were actually, caused by her, and let's not forget about what Mary Ann Brandon also said, is that Rian Johnson's decisions with The Last Jedi also made it a little bit harder in order to make a proper story for Episode 9. Now, with that being said, what's really exciting is that with both Disney and Lucasfilm now finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are now focused on their new Star Wars trilogy of films, as well as the new Star Wars universe that will introduce brand new timelines to Star Wars fans around the world, as well as a new mythology in general for the Star Wars community to enjoy. Now, it's explained that both Bob Iger and Bob Chapek are currently hard at work on developing the new universe, where Chapek is said to have a big plan in place in order to satisfy fans by bringing the fans the official JJ cut of The Rise of Skywalker onto Disney Plus sometime in 2023. Now, it's noted that with the news of the Snyder Cut getting much praise from the DC fandom, Disney now wants to go in the same direction to fulfill the JJ Cut that is aimed to be 4 hours long in length. The cut will include tons of deleted scenes, one of which is described to showcase a full-blown scene that will involve Palpatine with the use of two lightsabers fighting Ben Solo. Though many of the scenes were only partially shot, Chapek plans to have Lucasfilm and the creatives on board to complete many of these scenes, including scenes that involve Anakin Skywalker, especially the scenes between Ben Solo and Palpatine as well, where the visual effects were not 100% complete. Now, the JJ Cut is best described as a darker Star Wars film in comparison to Kathleen Kennedy's cut of the movie, where additionally it's noted that the JJ Cut will also introduce visuals of the netherworld of the Force, and exactly what that looks like in visual form for the fans to see. Kathleen Kennedy was the one who deleted such a scene from Episode 9, and that now the JJ Cut will introduce the realm to the Star Wars fandom. Now, it took years for the Snyder Cut to get released, in which it's aimed to drop sometime next year in 2021, where Disney aims to drop their altered cut of Episode 9 by the end of 2023, which is roughly 3.5 years away. Now, the plan by Chapek is to regain many of the lost fans of those who are unsatisfied with the sequel trilogy films, and that this attempt by Disney is to create a better future for the Star Wars universe. It's unclear, however, how the JJ Cut will fit into the current canon of Star Wars, and that Disney is looking for ways to have parts of the new cut become a part of the canon by creating a guide for fans of what scenes are and not canon in the JJ Cut of The Rise of Skywalker. Though this may seem like a mess to some, other fans just want a different experience for the final Skywalker saga film that was most anticipated before its arrival last December. The JJ Cut is also described to bring back the flash fights that would involve Palpatine, Rey, and Kylo to fight throughout the ages in popular Star Wars environments. So, I don't know about you guys, but I think that this is obviously a fantastic move by Disney and Lucasfilm to really satisfy many of the fans out there. Now, when you think about it this way, right? A lot of people out there have had issues with the choices made by Disney Star Wars and what they did with The Rise of Skywalker because it was the very end of the saga. A saga in the making since 1977, and it's now finally come to an end, at least in movie form, right? Now, though, keep in mind they are going to continue the Skywalker saga in different formats, like on television and books, novels, and comics, And I think that's going to be a very interesting angle to go, a different avenue, if you will, to approach. Now, the JJ cut here, obviously, it seems like that this is going to become a common trend. We got the Snyder cut coming for Justice League, and not just that, now we got the Rise of Skywalker JJ cut on the horizon. It's still 3.5 years away. It's a very far ways off, the end of 2023, but like I always say, Disney is absolutely really trying to kind of give themselves a better image to the Star Wars fandom, and they're really trying to really recapture that magical feeling of Star Wars again. So, with that being said, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No hiding from night to moon.